looks like he's got shit in his pants all of the time.
All right.
She nice.
Episode 63 of the Fair Enough
63.
podcast. The boys are back in the saddle. Bob in Detroit, Jack in Detroit, Mike in Chicago.
Max
Uh,
Pacioretty.
Max Pacioretty. Got to use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Max Pacioretty. Is Marshawn 63?
I believe so.
I believe
Yeah,
he
he's got to
is.
be. Yeah.
Yep. And then shout out to all the fucking right guards and centers that are sick number
Yeah.
63s.
Yeah.
You know, I think Graham Glasgow
Absolutely.
might be a 63. That might be a stretch, but shout out to the newly signed
Hey,
again
what
Lion.
now? Hey, what if we see a lineman in the league this year and he's number 0 because now he can wear number 0 again?
Oh yeah,
You just see some fat fuck wearing number 0.
I forgot we were gonna touch on that today. I totally forgot about that.
I did too, but
We need to do
just
that
popped back
next
in my
time.
head.
This is
Yeah.
draft day anyway. Today we're
Yeah, that's true.
drafting. We'll do a little recap of the Final Four. We also have an update on our fish story for all the real Fair Enough listeners. God, it had to have been
It
like 2
has to
months
be.
ago, 3
It
months
had to be
ago.
more. Yeah, it had to be a while ago.
It was a beat ago, but these two guys got accused of stuffing lead into fish, and some updates have happened. So we'll get you updated on there. And then we'll get into our draft, which is the insults draft. We're going to be doing 3 or 4 words and 1 or 2 phrases, essentially, is kind of what we're looking at for 5. So insulting words, insulting phrases. And it
It'll be
sounds
fun.
like it's going to be a good one. And this is all kind of off the back of the Caitlin Clark show that was put on this weekend in the Final Four, just because she was kind of insulting people, I think, from if you ask
Well,
Angel Reese or if you ask the other way around, they just kind of went at it. What do you think about that whole thing?
I think that old girl Angel Reese took it too far. I think giving it back is very okay. I think the initial, John Cena is fine with me, and then old girl giving it back, that's cool. But the way she did it so like in her face, and then when she went with the ring,
Mm,
it was over the top. I think that was, have some, like, I know she was just being emotional and like kind of reacting out of emotion, but like I do think right there you do have to kind of refrain and not be a scumbag, because I do think that should technically be a technical foul. Like, you can't taunt at a person. Did she get teed up at all?
no.
Which I'm pretty sure in the league, if you did that to another player in the league, like, I know they're doing like the too small shit, but it's not like, hey, I'm gonna run up in your mouth and put it in there. I feel like I
Right.
think that is a technical, and I don't think you can do that. So, I think her emotions got to her. I know she's standing by everything she did, but I don't hate it. I just think that the last bit of it, where she's like doing the ring in her face, kind of is inappropriate. I think that it kind of was bad sportsmanship, to say the least. I think personally.
Yeah. I really didn't have a problem with it. I think for Angel Reese, it was more like, I think if she went back and watched the tape, she'd be like, I could have let up a little bit. It's almost like a little embarrassing for her,
Yeah, I
because it just
agree.
kind of like looked goofy the way that she
Yeah,
was doing it. Because I mean, I'm all for, like, if somebody's giving it to you, fucking give it right back. And
absolutely.
especially in competition, at the level of competition that these girls are playing, like, everybody's as competitive as you could possibly be. And I
Yeah.
think, like, the way that I was thinking about it, it's like, okay, if you think about it like a UFC fight, they're talking
Uh,
shit, mad shit, all the way up until the fight. They fight each other. After the fight, they don't really give a shit. I don't think, like, if Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark met today, they'd probably dap it up, like, respect, great game. Like, obviously, we talked a bunch of shit,
See,
but
I don't know if I agree with that right now. I know. So
no,
Caitlin Clark actually went on some show, I think today, and said like she has no ill will. Like, she doesn't want people criticizing her, and like wants everyone like not to let up on her with that, because it's like, hey, that, like, she pretty much just saying what you said. Like, hey, we were giving it back and forth. Like, that's the fucking belt, the nature of the game.
mm-hmm.
Um, But, like, I don't know, I think that she's got something against I think she's got something against Caitlin Clark right now. I don't think it would be I don't think it'd be cordial at this point in time. Maybe a
Yeah.
year from now, maybe. I right now, I really don't think it would be. Um, and
Well,
I
bro, did you guys see Angel's like post game speech that she was giving to that reporter?
Yeah.
She was like,
what she said.
Caitlin, you played a great game, whatever. And then she was like, but you got to put some respect on LSU or some shit. And then that was kind of it.
Yeah. Which
So,
she's right. She's
yeah, she gave
absolutely right.
her,
Like Caitlyn did play. I mean, she was the
Literally
reason that
broke records.
10 million people viewed the
Yeah.
women's championship game.
Well, and
Like
see,
that
I
doesn't
think
happen.
that that is the thing that Angel Reese has this like vendetta against her at this point because it wasn't because it was LSU Iowa. It was because Caitlin Clark has scored 200 and fucking 70 points, at the end of the day. And I
Yeah.
think that was where like I don't know if it was like I don't want to say it's jealousy, but like I think there's some sort of like
It was the
a little bit of
competitiveness again.
I don't think that's competitive. It's like no, why isn't the spotlight on the two teams and not just Caitlin Clark? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I
there
get
was
that.
no, that's where I think she was probably like, hey man, like this, we lost 2 games all year. Like we're fucking dogs.
Mm,
But so I don't think she would be cool with Caitlin Clark at this time. I think you need to give her a little bit of time. But I don't like the doing it in her face, like literally going up to her. I think that's inappropriate. I think that
yeah.
the gesture itself isn't that bad. It's when you're directing it at one actual person, whether she did it something or not. Like she didn't go up to Angel Reese and go like this right in her mouth. You know what I mean? Like
No, yeah, she just
I,
kind of
that's kind of where my head's at. Like that's XFL shit. Like we don't need that in real sports. You know what I
on the
mean?
right.
back end of this story, I do want to add, because this is a sick flex. There was this girl that I knew from high school. Her name's Molly. And when I was still hooping and I was friends with my friend Mallory, which I'm still friends with her, I just don't see her as much as I'd like. We did Gus Macker and shit. And one of the chicks that we did Gus Macker with now plays for Iowa. She was on this team.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, that is
Wild.
crazy.
She played for Central for 2 years. Like we were there together, and then she transferred. It's kind of sick.
Damn,
A hell of a
that's
transfer.
super sick.
I
Yeah,
know it's a
definitely.
wild transfer. She's nuts though. I mean, she went to I think
Obviously.
Midland Dow,
Oh,
I
okay.
believe. But yeah, she's insane on the court.
Hmm.
Yeah, no shit. She's playing D1 basketball. Obviously, she
Right,
better
on
be
a national
insane.
championship team.
Yeah.
Not the winner, but what do you think about the men's?
You know what? And I hate to admit this, I watched probably 6 minutes of that game yesterday, maybe.
Really?
Yep. I literally sat down and watched like a podcast while the game was on, and I like just was paying attention to it on my phone because I was like, this game isn't gonna be good, man. Like if it got close, I would have went and watched it, but
It was never good. There was never a
yeah,
point in the game where it was good. There really wasn't. I mean, unfortunately, like UConn kind of got up 10 early. SDSU would sniff them, get up
yeah,
to 8, close the
yeah.
gap to 8, and then it'd be back to 10. And it was just like, it was never close. It was
No,
what we all thought it was going to be. Sometimes those things flip on our heads and we're all fucking wrong. This was not one of those times.
it,
Everybody that had UConn 7.5 went to the bank
yeah. I
yesterday.
had I had over their I took their team total over 69.5. That was the only thing I played on that, but
Mhm.
like it wasn't, and it wasn't because San Diego State wasn't good. Like that team, like they were on some shit. But I wouldn't call what they did Cinderella. They were meant to be there. They were good
Yeah.
enough to be in there. Um,
They just
but
Virginia'd their way there. They just played great defense, and
yeah, I
it's
mean,
tough to
yeah,
beat teams like that.
and then like also, and then like, but on the flip side is just that UConn team got so hot, and it was. I mean, I hate to bring up any White Sox team, but it was the 2005 White Sox, dude. Like
Mm,
the oh 05 White Sox lost one game in the playoffs that year.
it's
Like
insane.
it just you just knew no one was gonna touch this team. That everyone was playing good, all cylinders. Coach was fucking hyped up. Like there
Yep,
was just no beating this team right now, you feel bad. You almost wish that Miami won because I think that national championship would have been weird as fuck because there'd
for
have been no
sure.
defense on one side and all the defense, flip flop on the other side. So, but
It was what
ah,
it was what we said when we previewed the when we previewed this tournament and we were talking about UConn, this tournament was heavy guards. If you had good
Yeah.
guards, like you were advancing in this tournament, and eventually people were going to run into UConn, who was a team with not only 2 elite guards in Newton and Hawkins, but also Sonogo down low. And then when he comes out, that
And-
big ass white dude. Like,
yeah, and I mean, and all their like ancillary players all had a role and all did stuff like that.
Yeah.
That Jackson kid, he had like 6 assists. The fucking white boy shooter off the bench had like 9 points. Like
Yep.
everyone knew their role and executed their role for fucking 6 straight games. Like it was
It was a clinic.
insane.
It's how
Yeah.
you do it.
Top to
By the
bottom.
book.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was no like you didn't know who was going to be the leading scorer on the team. Like literally,
Yep.
you're like, oh, there's like three and a half guys that might drop 20 and lead the team. It was insane.
Right.
I think they had 4 players over 15 points yesterday. I think I could be wrong on that, but I was like, holy shit, man! Like
Fun
it was,
team to watch.
Yeah,
That's what it makes it. I mean, obviously the Miami game wasn't everything that we wanted it to be, but it could have been. It had potential to be awesome, and the championship didn't really have any potential. I just think that they really fucked up the seeds. UConn should have been the 2 where Marquette was on that left side of the bracket. Marquette should have been the 4. I mean, I know that Marquette won the Big East, so it's really tough to not
yeah,
to seed
to overseed them. Yeah,
But UConn was the best team in the Big East. Like if you have
Yep.
fucking eyeballs, you could see that. So that was where I just think they kind of overthought it, and then we're left with this dud of a left side.
yeah.
With nobody coming out of it because all the teams were frauds. And it was just a little
Yeah,
bit
you got
frustrating. But
Perdon't who, and it's like, I
teams
don't
that
know.
lose all the time, Purdue, Arizona, like these teams that don't go far when they're heavy seeds.
Yeah,
You know?
and I mean, overall, maybe they got to put some more respect on certain conferences, but there was a lot, as overall as a season, and I didn't watch all of it. I watched a lot at the beginning, watched a lot at the end. Like there was so much parity in the number 1 and actually in the top 10. I feel like this year,
Yeah.
where there was. I mean, I bet you if you counted it up, it would be like record amount of number 1 seeds or number 1 ranked teams like in one season. Like there were so many teams that were sitting at the top. There were so many teams, flipping back and forth in the top 10. It's like I feel like this would have been one of the harder years to seed overall. So I will
sure.
I'll give the committee that there was just so much talent and so much potential for any team to win, but yeah, I didn't expect a 4 seed to absolutely run through the whole fucking world.
Right. Not the best tournament, not the worst tournament either, though.
No, yeah, it was exciting. There were some good games. I mean, the amount of upsets alone, big upsets between all the ones, and
Yeah,
I mean,
made it fun.
Yeah, it made it fun.
Made the first couple weekends fun at least. Which is all we really can ask for.
And I mean, shit, a buzzer beater in the Final Four, like you can't really get. I mean, you can't ask for anything better, out of the defensive team, like.
Yeah, and that was in the bad game. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we needed. It kind of saved the Final Four a little bit, if we're being honest.
100%. Yeah.
Last thing in the Final Four, we were talking about this last night when we were watching the game. Thoughts on the Hawkins look, the T-shirt under the jersey? What are your thoughts on this?
Does he wear a tight T-shirt or a loose T-shirt?
He wears a loose T-shirt.
Oh, I hate it.
I love it.
I used to do that because I have skinny arms.
I think the loose T-shirt under the jersey, if you're a good shooter, is fucking sick.
What is his first name?
I believe it's Jordan Hawkins.
Jordan. I could not get Jaren out of my head. Images. I need to see it.
I just think the white under the white jersey is just a clean
So
look. The guy, my roommates hate it too. And I was like, no, fellas, it's
you know what it is that the fact that it's a UConn jersey for some reason makes it not that bad. I don't know why, but I don't hate it as much. But
not everybody can pull it off. You have to be a very specific person, because then the 7-foot guy that would come off the bench, their center, he had the tight Under Armour sleeves on, and I think that's the worst look on the planet. Like the tight Under Armour sleeves, like the Anthony Davis. I think AD would look so much cooler if he didn't wear that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think for the smaller guys, I think if for a guard, the tight undersleeves looks good. Um,
Plays definitely a little bit more than the big
yeah,
guys. Sure.
because there's so much less arm showing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I do
Maybe
also
that's what
like
it is.
I like when they wear and then they wear like an arm sleeve and you just got your whole goddamn sleeves on. But I'm a big arm sleeve guy, so
Are
I think
sleeves
the
dead? I didn't see very many
no.
sleeves in college. I
Well,
swear, just like
college maybe, but no, they're not dead at all. Not in the pros, no way.
sleeves alive and well in the pros.
Also, I think like Steph Curry right now, like because half he wears the tight under and then he wears a full when they wear the blacks, literally his whole arm is black and he looks like a fucking supervillain and it's
And that's sick.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah. When you mix it
Like
up like that, that's sick.
yeah. So
I think Steph wore the t-shirt, the regular t-shirt when he was at Davidson.
I don't think so. I think he just wore a really baggy jersey. I could be
You
very
think so?
wrong
You
on
think
that
that's what
though.
I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, he wore t-shirt no sleeves underneath.
Oh yeah.
Or
Okay. Yeah. He
no
did have
t-shirt. He'd switch
a
between those two, it looks like.
a bit of a collar of some sort though. Not yeah, he didn't have the
Yeah.
full V. Yeah, that's
Yep.
fair. I don't hate it. Do you? But
Yeah.
for me, there's obviously a comfortability thing that comes into it. Like if that's what they're comfortable in, run it. If you're doing that for like a look, I think that's fucking stupid. But
Yeah.
there's obviously some sort of reason
It,
behind the
if it's
compression
in
and
the
all
back of
the
your
stuff.
head when you're shooting and you got this loose
Yeah.
t-shirt hitting your arm and you can't handle that, then yeah, I totally get
Mhm.
that. But yeah,
Yeah.
if you're like Hawkins and you're like, I'll fucking shoot from the parking lot and drain this
Yeah.
with my weird t-shirt
Exactly.
on, then by all
Yeah.
means.
Yep. Have you ever seen? Speaking of wearing shit under stuff, do you pay
Mm,
attention to the NBA at all? Have you ever watched like an OKC game this year?
Not this year, no.
Dude, SGA, I swear to God, he wears like a football girdle under his drawers. He looks like he's got shit in his pants all of the time because
So
he's
he's
got
got like the
like a
pads looking thing in
yes,
there.
bro. No, he doesn't. Not looking. Yes,
He's
he
got
has
pads.
a pad on his ass, bro. And it's like
That's
maybe because
smart.
yeah, I mean, he drives to the rim a lot. He goes to his free throw line. He gets hit a lot. I get it, but like, it looks like he's got shit in his pants all of the time, and it makes me laugh so much, dude. Like, come on.
That is tough. Yeah, you can't. It's got to look right because it can look cool when you have the pads. Obviously,
Yeah,
I mean, it
but
looks sick in football if you have the right pads.
he's got the tailbone though. He's got like the tail pad, and that's the one that it's like
Yeah,
it's too much. It's funny though. I
very,
like it.
very necessary. But yeah, I could see how that would be not a great
Yeah,
look, especially for a team with I think cool jerseys and cool colors in
yeah,
OKC.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
All right, off of basketball, let's go into this fish cheating thing before we get into our
Oh
draft.
yeah.
All right, so let me just read you the story here. So, two men accused of stuffing fish with lead weights and fish fillets in an attempt to win thousands of dollars in an Ohio fishing tournament last fall pleaded guilty Monday to charges including cheating. Cheating allegations surfaced in September. That's when it was, September, when Lake Erie
So
Walleye
a
Trail
while
Tournament
ago.
director Jason Fisher became suspicious when the fish turned in by Jacob Runyon and Broadview Heights, Ohio, and Chase Kaminsky of Pennsylvania were significantly heavier than the typical walleye of that lake. A crowd of people at Gordon Park in Cleveland watched as Fisher cut the walleye open and found weights and walleye fillets stuffed inside. God, that must have been so fucking embarrassing. As
Yeah.
part of a plea deal, Runyon and Kaminsky pleaded guilty to cheating and unlawful ownership of wild animals and agreed to 3-year suspension of their fishing licenses. Kaminsky also agreed to give up his bass boat worth 100 G's.
Jesus.
Prosecutors agreed to drop attempted grand theft and possessing criminal tools charges as long as they did that. So, dude lost his boat. They can't fish for 3 years. And I mean, what it sounds like, that's kind of how these guys, I would assume, maybe it's not their full time job, but it sounds like they're making some cash fishing, or they at least tried to.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
definitely a ding. I mean, I think in this case, like, you're not going to send people to jail. It's more so, it's almost like when those weights dropped out of the fish, that was embarrassment enough and punishment enough for everything. Like that must
Yeah.
have been brutal for those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
How stupid can you be?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
dumb. Why the fuck would they make them so much heavier than the average fish? That's just the most idiotic. They
Right.
deserve to get caught 100,000%.
They did. Yeah, that's bad cheating. If you're gonna cheat, do the research.
yeah,
They stuffed fucking 10-pound dumbbells into these walleye, and we're like,
and
this is gonna
especially when
fly for sure.
this is
Yeah, they're
what you
just
do.
feeding them 45-pound plates, thinking that's gonna fucking not set off any red flags.
And it's like this is what you do for a living. Like you should know how to gauge what is fishy, no pun intended, or not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't get how you can fuck that. Yeah, like you said, like it's just it's bad cheating. Like figure it the fuck out.
Do you think the one other thing that I would think might be, up for debate would be, do you ban these guys from competitive fishing, period? Like, can they ever fish again? How can you fish again after you get caught for something like this? That's what I don't really understand.
I agree. I think
Like, if
that I think they should ban them. Like if there's like so I don't know if there's like a league. I would assume there's a league. What
I
was
think
the
the
league that he
Bass
was in?
Pro is the league, but I don't know if that was the one that they were in. But
But yeah, like whatever like league they're in, I would ban the fuck out of them. And then I think every other league would be like, oh, why are you banned from that league? Oh, because of
right,
this super viral scandal. You're not getting in our league either. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, let
I would
let other tournaments make the decision at their own discretion. But you got to
exactly.
imagine they're not going to be let into.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
would not.
the guys
Absolutely
that
not.
cheated, get
No,
the fuck
fuck
out of here.
no.
We got plenty of people wanting to be in this tournament. We don't need
Yeah,
these guys.
exactly. It's not like you need some fucking yeah. It's not like you're one of one, dude. You're one in a million.
Right.
You know. I mean, 100 grand on a boat. That's fucking tough, dude.
Tough to give that one up. I think it might have been a prize that they had won in another tournament that they probably cheated in.
Ooh. Mm.
So,
Bro, my conscience would never, ever, ever allow that shit. Not even like I wouldn't even be able to say that I'm cheating out loud, or I'd start freaking out. If it was anything more than a thought, I don't know. I don't know. What I'd do.
I couldn't cheat like that in like a sanctioned tournament. I didn't like you can't even. It's hard to cheat in Mario Kart in this house. You can't. Let alone fucking like a tournament with 1 million people watching and they're gonna cut open the fish at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's that exactly. Like, dude, not most people that cheat in sports usually get caught
Yeah.
and usually get fucked because of it. I mean,
Risk reward is just not there for it.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I guess if you're looking at like guys like you look at a guy like Bonds, it's like okay, maybe the reward is there or like, but that's the
That's
only
true.
one.
That would
Maybe
be
A
the only one
Rod.
I can think of. Well, I mean, any of the fun steroid ones, Sosa, totally worth it.
No, the guy can't even come back to Wrigley, bro. They
Oh, he
won't let him
can't?
come back. They won't let him come back to Wrigley until he apologizes, and he won't. So it's like, you know,
That's
I
nuts.
mean, dude, think about a lot of those steroid guys are pretty much like, fuck you, I mean, Clemens is got lucky. I mean, Bonds is kind of lucky, but he's also like the greatest baseball player ever, so that reward is worth it. And then like A Rod are the only ones that are like still in the game that are like that were highly like touted with the cheating. Like there's a shitload of other like steroid guys, but like I mean Canseco, I guess, but look at where his life went. His life, I mean that shit was wild. He had to come out and snitch on everybody for his life to get back on, normal.
Right.
So like, it's hard to think of any other sports scandals. Baseball I feel like is the easiest one to cheat in, but
Mm,
um like Deflategate, like that's you get caught, you know what I mean? Like that was bad.
yep.
Um, the fucking Houston Astros, people cannot stand.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
People loved Jose Altuve. Okay, loved him to death. They're like, oh, this short king, like he's
How
a
could you
dog.
not?
Yeah, he's 5 fucking 5, and he's the best hitter in the world. People fucking, if you're not an Astros fan, you fucking hate Altuve now. It's
Mm,
like it's crazy, like your whole legacy is tarnished. Like it's
yeah,
it's definitely I don't
I'm,
know. It's like you said, it's never worth it.
I'm sure a lot of people were sick seeing them win last year.
That team is good though.
Team was good. I mean, yeah, I didn't give a shit because we were terrible. But okay,
Yeah.
we ready? Ready to get into this draft though here?
Yeah, sure, man. Let's run it.
How you feeling,
Well,
Jack? You
Hey, we
prepared?
gotta come to a conclusion though, because you said 3 or 4 words and then 1 or 2 phrases, so we
Yeah.
gotta button
Yeah,
that
that kind
up.
of threw me for a loop, Bob. I thought we had just
Me
fucking
too,
discussed.
All right.
me too. I was like,
All
"What
right.
is going on?" He's changing shit mid fucking pod.
All right. We're doing 3 words and 2 phrases, right? That's what you guys want to do? Or Jack, would you rather do 1 phrase? I said
I'm
that because
no,
of your timidness. That's
nope.
why I said it. I gave you an out.
That was very kind of you, but I fully mentally prepared for 3 words, 2 phrases.
All
Also,
right.
I'd like to point out, I was just looking at our pod on the channel. We're at 140 subscribers.
I
Keep
saw that
it
yesterday.
fucking coming,
I
folks.
I saw
That's
we were at
pretty crazy.
139 yesterday, and I was like, "Hell yeah."
Shout out to everybody that's fucking pumping the fair enough numbers. We love you guys.
Dude, and listen, fair enough, people. It's gonna get more intense. I'm telling you, my brain's been in a blender lately, thinking about how much we're missing out, and it's gonna start getting way worse for everybody on socials. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of us. I'm telling you that. Just be ready for it.
It's more
Okay?
of a warning.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah, it's more of a. Yeah, it's more of a warning than anything. It's not good.
Good. We're pumping up. We've been pumping up the TikTok more lately, and that's only going to
Yeah.
get better and better. So go follow one of our few TikToks that we have out there. You might
Yeah,
already
no
follow
shit.
me. I converted my TikTok into the fair enough TikTok. But okay,
Explain this. Explain what we're doing now. I missed it.
this is the insults draft.
Okay.
We have words, so single words that are insults that you can call somebody. We also have phrases that we can call people that are, just kind of regular everyday insults, or maybe they're not. Maybe there's some from your favorite movie or show or something like that. But we are doing 3 single words and then 2 phrases. I mean, it can't be a fucking novel, but it could be like a,
Yeah, we're
5
trying
to
to
10.
keep it. Yeah, we're trying to keep it where we can put it on a graphic.
Right,
Essentially,
exactly.
that's the thought process.
Exactly. So that's what we got. 3 words, 2 phrases. Who's going first? Who went first last time?
Let's spin a wheel.
Oh yeah, spin the wheel.
I
You got
just
the
want to
wheel
I
up
just want to
there?
share what what the first thing that came to Jack Brennan's mind was, which I loved, but we just couldn't let that one go. What do you say?
Was it the garbanzo
He
bean one?
goes, no, he goes,
Oh.
"Nice pants, pal." Nice pants, pal. Where'd you get them? The toilet store?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that shit's from Anchorman.
It is from Anchorman.
Is
Yeah.
it? Shit,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I like audibly laughed at work today. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Did
It's
you guys
100%.
get the garbanzo bean one?
Garbanzo
Because
bean?
I told it to
Yeah.
my buddies when I got home from work and they didn't get it at first.
What is
And
that from? That's from movie 2, right?
I don't know. I saw it on Reddit. I mean,
Yeah.
not that
I
I'm
s-
on Reddit. I don't just like go on Reddit.
I
but-
swear that's from a movie. Maybe not.
No, I think that's just a joke. Like that's just one of those things.
You're
Like
just a garbanzo bean.
no, it's what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face. A chickpea on my face.
It's a great one. It's
That is a great one. I didn't
top
read
tier.
that.
Yeah.
All right, let me screen record this spin real quick. Okay, we are spinning. Everybody is witnessing the spin.
Okay.
And it is Bob
Me.
up first. That
first?
sucks so bad.
Do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do? Where when your slice hits, you get to pick your position, or
Yeah,
do you
we
want
can
to
do
just
that.
go first?
No, we can do that. I am going
Michael
to
goes second.
Yeah, I'm gonna take first though.
Okay.
So if you want second or third,
Let's see.
it is nice to have the wraparound.
It is nice to have 2 in a row for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, you go first in all these fucking drafts. I swear. You know what? I'll stick with
That's how
the
I
2.
draw it up.
I'll stick with the 2.
Okay, Jack, you get the nice wraparound spot. Mike kind of did you a favor there, I think. Maybe we'll see.
No,
The
I think
wraparound makes me nervous.
I got one. I want it, and if you don't take it, then I get it for sure. Obviously, so I just want to take one, and then after that, I really don't care what spot I'm in because I got a couple of things that will play no matter what. So, also this
Okay.
fucking light, I swear to God. Am I losing my fucking mind, dude?
We ready?
Yeah.
You're having lighting issues?
Well, no, I just feel like I don't know. Like if I get close, sometimes it's like I'm fucking on fire, and then I back up and I'm normal, and it's like, hey,
Alright.
light, just fucking stay true. I don't know. Anyways,
Nice
go on.
pants, pal.
They're
All right.
Jordan.
They're Jordan.
I
All right.
forgot you were doing the joke.
First overall, I am going to go with a phrase here just because I feel like that could be the place where we're similar in some of these. There's so many words that the phrases are kind of tough to come by.
Oh, I don't know.
And
I think that's the opposite, personally.
really? I had a hard time with the phrases. I mean, I have a million words, so like even
Well,
if my favorite word goes off the board, I have a like my fourth favorite word is just as good.
no, that's
You know what
fair.
I'm
I
saying?
just, yeah. I got you.
So pick one overall. I'm going with the phrase "you're a piece of shit." Just a classic, straight to the point. You know what you're getting every time, and everybody uses it. Everybody's used it before in their life,
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
and normally it's true. If you have to bring out the "you're a piece of shit," it's either you're joking or you're 100% serious. There is no in between with "you're a piece of shit." You know,
Yeah. Also, can be parlayed into "you're a pile of shit."
you're a
I think
pile of shit is great too.
those are interchangeable. I think in my life.
Yep, I
I
think
don't.
it's a regional thing.
I think I don't think I don't remember the last time I've called anyone a piece of shit. I think my vocabulary is just so far past that where like I'm always saying dumber, way dumber shit just for laughs.
Yeah.
Where you're a piece of shit is just too it's too good. Like it's too much, you
It
know?
is.
Like
It cuts deep.
oh yeah, it's
If
right.
it's real, it cuts deep.
It's right down the fucking throat.
It's like, oh, you didn't take the garbage out again. You're such a piece of shit. Like that's like a joking one,
yeah, you fucking piece
or
of
you can
shit.
fucking cut deep. Like the
So you're real
breakup. The breakup. You're a piece of shit. Is the tough piece of shit to be. You don't want that guy.
My sister's been through a lot of dick. Um,
That's funny.
um,
All right, pick two. Round one.
I'm gonna go with something that's a little more of a. It's more of a comeback slash like deterrent. It's a phrase. Also, it's not as much as an insult as much as it is like a kind of like I don't care what you just said.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with that's what she said because to me, I
Oh.
think that is kind of an insult in its own right. It's more of a comeback. It's like, oh, you say something that might be important, and I just make a joke out of it. It's me pretty much saying, "Go fuck yourself," you know.
Yeah,
Which
and I was thinking about those because I was like, those are definitely, they're not direct insults, but it is insulting because it's somebody just not giving a shit about what you said, and that's annoying
yeah,
as fuck. And it is insulting because they're
yeah,
purposefully like not answering you.
yeah. It's like I'm making a joke on your behalf,
Yeah, it's annoying
where,
as fuck.
which to me is an insult in its own right. So, I
Yes.
mean, yeah. So that's my my phrase that I wanted.
If I'm
for
trying to have a
sure.
serious argument with you and you say that's what she said to me, I'm gonna be fucking livid. Like, do not say that
Yeah.
in the middle of this argument. And I'm trying to tell you like something
Yeah.
important.
Not
Jared
now.
Goff. Jared Goff's the guy. Like that's what she said. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
And
All
I
right.
use that one a whole lot. So I figured, you know, it's not super vulgar or anything, but it's something I say a lot and I think it's funny.
Stick with the classics.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Jack.
Jack, too, bud.
All right, kids. I am gonna go with a word here because I feel like I want to get this out of the way early.
Okay.
I
Hold
I
on,
don't.
before you do this, sorry. Jack might be able to take a commanding lead with if he gets like the top 2 words right
If he
now.
gets the right words, yeah.
Oh yeah, it might be a wrap. We might just have to quit after this round. But anyways,
For
goodbye,
sure.
Jack.
I am gonna go with one that pisses me off, but only situationally, and it is Bud. Whenever somebody calls me Bud,
Oh,
That's a great one. I didn't even have that on my list.
Neither
Come
did
on,
I.
Jack.
Come on.
Dude,
Out of
when
left field.
you guys didn't have that, I was absolutely distraught that it hadn't gotten taken in the first 2 fucking picks overall.
Oh no,
Nope,
I didn't
I
have
didn't
that
even
at
have it
all.
on my board.
That's a great one though. Like nothing nothing against it. That's a great one.
I don't
But
get the Bud a lot
I don't
anymore.
either.
Unfortunately, I wish
I
I,
don't
got Bud
often get
more.
the
It
Bud
fires you
either.
up.
So I
Dude,
went on
no, it makes my fucking blood boil. I absolutely despise it when it's coming from somebody
For-
either younger than me or, depending on the topic, like
It's when
mentally inferior to me.
yeah,
It's
it's
like, all right, who you
condescending.
calling bud? Come on,
Yeah,
pal.
it's condescending as fuck. It's like, oh yeah. I had a chick. I went on a date with a chick on Saturday, and she tossed a butt at me, and it was through text message though. But I literally texted her back. I was like, I don't know if I hate you for that or if I love you for that. We will see. But I was not okay with it at first. I'm like,
What was she trying to be a dick? Like trying to
no,
get you fired up using the
no,
Bud? Oh, she just
nope.
tossed the Bud
She
out
just
there?
called me bud, and I was like,
Oh, yeah,
bitch,
you
who the
can't
fuck
do
are
that.
you? Yeah, like
Yeah.
I will.
All right.
Like
All right,
what?
pal.
Yeah. So I was like, what? And I addressed it immediately, and she's like, I just use that word a lot. I was like, I do too.
Cut that shit out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I swear the time that so like when I was in college, obviously I was at like a decent amount of bars and stuff in Mount P, and I swear the worst time was like either somebody's like scooching behind you, they're like, "Excuse me, buddy," or like whatever, or like a bartender hands you a drink when you're 17 years old, and they're like, "Here you go, bud," and it's like, all right, you don't have to fucking be an asshole here. We're both
Well,
under the same
See,
roof.
those are 2 examples where I don't think it's an asshole move.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I think that buddy is significantly worse than bud. If you call me like, here you go, buddy, or excuse me,
wrap.
buddy, it's a wrap. Like if it's like,
Dude,
hey,
we're
buddy, how
just
you
talking
doing?
about
Like,
it, and I already hate it. Like, I hate you for saying that out loud.
buddy is the worst. Because it's like, I mean, if you're like, hey, buddy, like, what are you doing? You know, something like that. Like, hey, but like, if you're like, hey, buddy, can you get out of the way? Oh, I will fucking strike you down. I'm with you, Jack. It's a great word. That's a good one.
Buddy is good. Bud's good. God, that's a great pick, Jack. All right.
Bud.
Can you follow it up? This is where the what are some
The
of Jack's
wheels fall off.
famous bad picks?
The clothes fitting. I mean,
Yeah, this is where the clothes fitting comes in. So yeah, that guy
Dude,
on
that was a
guy
good
on-
ass pick.
the guy on TikTok in the comments defending Jack and the clothes fitting thing is bananas to me. Out of left field.
bananas.
We had like 4 comments. One dude jumps in and he's the only one really talking about the draft, and he just goes, "Yep, that was a great pick. I don't know what you guys are dogging on him for."
Yeah.
What are you talking about, sir?
Yeah.
Did you listen to the rest of the picks? He wasn't even
Uh,
drafting the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a good thing in life, but
Yeah.
we're drafting the best things of that nature. Like
Yeah.
no.
That guy was
Yeah.
acting like we were like rich people.
Yeah, like oh, you guys
was
most
like,
yeah.
No,
Oh,
dude.
this dude was for real acting like you guys were bullying me in this fucking
Yeah.
video. It
Yeah, I
was
was
so
like,
great.
Get out of here.
Bob's like I grew up with I lived in the same house as the guy. He wore
Yeah.
my clothes.
Yeah, we had the same bad shit. Okay.
Yeah. All right,
All right,
Jack.
Jack. Sorry.
Yeah. That's a good riffing right there.
All right. My next one is a phrase.
Okay.
And it's a short one, but it's a damn good one. Kick rocks.
That is a good one.
I don't know if you guys have ever been told to kick rocks, but it's never a good time when you're told that.
Yep. I've never been. Well, I mean, I'm sure I've been told, but I use kick rocks a lot.
I
Not-
don't, but
Not in a vulgar way to people, but it's like your
think-
opinion's bullshit. Kick rocks kind of thing.
I think Kick Rocks just doesn't have enough juice behind it. I think it's like you just said. It's like you want to get your point across, but there's not like there's no urgency to Kick Rocks, in my head at least. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
There's no urgency.
It's not. It's just like
Like kick rocks when
Kick
you want to
rocks.
kick rocks.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, kick rocks or
rock.
not. That's fine too.
yeah.
Mike's looking for more of like a get the fuck out of here or get out of my face.
No, not not even. Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Well,
it's the
bro, you
same. You
guys
know.
threw me for a goddamn loop with this whole make sure that it can be played on Disney Channel act that we were talking about
Oh
in the group chat.
no, that was
Well,
much,
yeah.
dude. I said
I
rated R, PG-13.
I said, well, yeah, let's not go all fucking dick jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't play everywhere. That's all. You didn't have to be. That's a good one. People say that all the time, or like, beat feet, shit like that. Like, I like that. It's just for me. If someone told me to kick rocks, I'd be confused more so than anything.
I think you could have got that in round 5, unless you really thought that we might have picked it.
Dude, I don't know why I'm so self-conscious about my picks today. It's not any good. But I got a couple others, that I'm thinking about taking, and it's just gonna come down to the wire here. That's all.
So
All right. What do you got, Mike?
I got two just bangers that I just can't decide which one I want to take.
It's the
I'm gonna
worst.
go with I'm gonna go with a word, which I think it's one of the most uh insulting words on the planet. That's not like just a straight up swear word, and it's scumbag. If you get called, I mean, if and when you call someone and or get called a scumbag, it hurts. You're like, man, because it's just deep, and
I
yeah,
think the scumbag is almost like great pick all over my board, by the way. Literally my number 2 word.
yeah, that was my number 1 word.
Yeah. I think scumbag is worse when you're talking like you're just like in the living room with your boys, or you're somewhere with your boys and you're like, oh yeah, that guy's a fucking scumbag. Like that's when you're like, this guy really is a
Yeah,
scumbag. Because I'm
sucks.
saying it
Yeah.
behind his
Yeah.
back. That
Oh,
guy
yeah.
sucks. If I say it to your face, it's more like, yeah, you're a fucking scumbag. Blah blah blah. Joke. Like we're playing sports, you swap me out of the gym, you're a scumbag.
Yeah, but I mean,
You know?
this is also like we're talking insults in terms of like you're supposed to be intentionally insulting someone. So if
Mhm.
I
Oh,
saw
you're
someone at
insulting.
the bar, if I saw someone at the bar acting up, saying some shit or like being weird to like a girl or something, and I was like, you're a fucking scumbag. Like that,
Mhm.
there was intent to that.
Oh yeah.
And
Those are fighting words.
Jack must have just hit his funny bone on his desk because he
Yeah.
is acting the fuck up. But yeah, scumbag it is. It's just so deep. It just hits so hard.
Yep. It was going to be taken at some point. I'm sad that it's not on my board. It's a great pick. Okay, I got a couple wraparounds here. I am going to go with. I'm going to go with asshole.
Asshole's a great one.
I mean, you're just an asshole. Everybody says it. Everybody's got one. It's just a great insult.
Yeah.
It's and I mean, there's just no elaborating on it, really.
It's just the chalk of chalks.
It's as black and white chalk of chalk as you can get.
It is the chalk.
You're an asshole. I think it plays no matter the situation. It can be funny. It can be serious.
I think the versatility of asshole is what really makes this pick good. Because you can be like somebody just does something minor and you're like laughing while you say it. You're like, what a fucking asshole or whatever.
Right.
Or somebody actually does something fucked up and you're like, dude, quit being a fucking asshole.
Bingo.
Those are the two vernaculars.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
How funny is it that on both of those occasions you said the word fucking before, and how much better does the word fucking make every other insult? It's
way better.
Best, dude. If you don't throw a fucking in the middle of it or before it, it's not, you don't mean it as much.
It's what you need to really put that little. It's like that tahine on the margarita rim,
Yeah, exactly, dude.
That's what it is. You just need a little sprinkle of it to make it a little bit spicier.
Love to hear it.
Okay, and then wrap around. God. This is when it gets tough, because after this one, I'm only have one more word and one phrase.
That's how things go.
I know,
that's how numbers go.
I don't like it when it dwindles.
It's subtraction, bud.
I'm going to go with another staple. And this one can really cut deep if said in the right context. I'm going to go with loser.
Loser. I like loser.
You're just a fucking loser. Like if you're dead serious telling somebody like, dude, you're a loser. Like that fucking hurts.
Yeah, I think too with that, it's like you're just so over it. You're like, I don't need to swear at this guy. It's just like, dude, you're just a loser, man. Like
Yeah.
you're just a loser. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, once again, there's intent to loser. It's like you're a scumbag with less friends, you know?
I think loser hurts
Exactly.
because you can tell if somebody calls you a loser, they were really thinking about it. Because they
Yeah.
could have called you a fucking asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Loser
You're
is when you really want to cut deep, and then that person thinks about for the rest of their life if they really are a loser or not.
that's what I'm saying.
You carry that forever. Asshole's gone. You walk out the door the next day, asshole's gone.
Yeah,
Right.
Loser
exactly.
is with
And
you.
I gotta say something real quick because I feel real bad now. So I was asking my buddies for suggestions on what to take in this draft, and my pal Wyatt, shout out to Wyatt, he's gonna hate me because I gave him so much shit because he suggested lazy. I don't think anybody's taken lazy, right? That keeps draft integrity. Okay.
Not on my board.
And I absolutely ruined him for it. I was like, that's not funny at all. Wyatt.
Called
Like,
him a
that's
loser.
the worst fucking thing. Yeah, I was like, you're a loser, buddy. Fucking asshole. And but I really do think, like, if somebody sincerely called me lazy, I like you said, Bob, I'd be thinking about that days down the road. I'd be like, fuck, am I, man? That hurts.
But so
Yeah.
there's I feel like lazy though is like that's like personal. You
yeah,
know what I
that's
mean? Like
less of
that's
an insult and more of
it's
just like telling
like
the
a
truth.
observation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
So
true.
it's like they know who you are. They've seen they've seen you more than one time. Like, oh hey, this guy doesn't get off his ass, he's lazy type thing. But I
Right.
feel like what I said about I feel like a loser is a scumbag with no friends. I feel like that should have got a little more love. I feel like that's the perfect definition.
No,
of loser.
you're 100% right. A loser is just a scumbag with no friends. That's exactly what it is. Or yeah, because a scumbag and a loser, they really do go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because if you're just like some guy that's fucking like, I don't know. I mean, there's a million different examples,
Yeah.
but if you suck, you're just a fucking loser.
Yeah, you're just a loser.
Not to tip picks. Sorry. that was
Um,
draft integrity. All right. Michael.
So this one is I don't think you guys are gonna take it, but I want it on my board because I think it's the funniest insult and also it's brutal. Is the word cuck.
Cuck's a great one.
Yeah.
New. Cuck's a new one.
Yeah, you're right. It is new. It is newer.
Or new to
yeah.
us, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
cuck's been around forever. We just haven't used it till now.
Yeah.
Cuck's another one of those words that you got to throw fucking in front of.
You're a fucking cuck.
You fucking
Yeah.
cuck.
It does sound a lot better that way.
Dude, I mean, I say that one very often nowadays where I'm like, dude, don't fucking cuck me or you're such a cuck, dude. Like if you like take my pick, I'm gonna be like, you fucking cuck. You know
People
what I mean?
might
Like,
not know what that means. Yeah, so explain what cuck means.
So
to
a
people that don't
cuckold
know.
in the
well,
sexual world
You
is
could do that too.
is when you is when you watch your significant other get fucked by somebody else. You're a cuck. And I mean, at the heart of hearts, that's the worst thing that you can, if you don't watch your significant other get fucked and then you get called that, that's pretty fucking bad. I mean,
Right.
like, so.
But in your
Just one of those
sense,
things.
you're saying like essentially it's like taking something away from you is how
Yeah,
you use
it's
it. Like
yeah,
if
it's
I
like
pick
you're
something before you, I'm a cuck because I took
yeah,
it
like
away from
exactly.
you.
Like
It's like somebody's if
you're
he's fucking your husband or something.
yeah, you're
like
fucking
that
my
guy
wife.
just
Yeah,
that guy just cucked you. He took your
yeah,
wife.
yeah. Like that's exactly how. Yeah, it's like you fucked me somehow. You're a fucking cuck.
Yep.
Yeah. When
Cuck's a
Chase
great one.
Corden called Kenny Boy a cuck straight to his face, and I heard that story. That was the funniest story I've ever heard in my life, and I wasn't even there.
We
He
might
was
have
just
to
like,
have
yeah, we might have to make a call and have them come on sometime. and
yeah, and
explain
tell that
fucking
story.
cuck.
That'd be great. That would be great.
So, all
All
right,
right, Jack.
Jackie, come on.
3 and 4.
Alrighty. For number 3, I am going to go with Chief.
This guy,
Jack.
he's just going with
Come
the
on.
super condescending words, the ones that
Yeah.
like they're not
Jack
actually like
doesn't like-
bad. He's like,
Jack
but
just
dude,
doesn't like people calling him nicknames.
Come on.
Don't
Dude,
call me
Chief is
Chief,
bad.
Bud, Pal.
I think
Yeah.
condescending is the same as insulting, though.
Oh,
Tell me the difference.
Oh
100%.
yeah, oh yeah.
100%, but there's
It's
no,
just
like
funny. It's more so just
Yeah.
funny your view on it rather than
Yeah.
like because we were thinking in a totally different way. But you're
Yeah.
right;
Right.
these all play for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I think
funny
getting called. Yeah, I guess you're right though, because they're not purposely
Sometimes they
insulting.
are.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they're.
they are.
It's more of the tone that it's used in. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Also, I
Yeah.
feel like after I wrote this down, I was like, I think Chief might have gotten replaced by Cuck because nobody uses Chief anymore. Nobody's like, all right,
No.
Chief.
I'm a
Nobody
big
says,
Chief
"All right,
guy.
cuck." Yeah,
I'm a
I
big
don't
Chief guy. I say Chief a lot.
Yeah.
Bob used to say Chief Wiggum all the time.
Chief Wiggum, dude. That's the literal chief in The Simpsons.
Yeah. I, Chief is I'm middle ground with Chief because I remember when I started working, I was like a cashier at Sports Authority when I was like 18. And I didn't know how to like say hi or bye to people without saying something. So I would start saying, and I don't want to throw one out. Actually, Jack, give your next pick, and then I would call him either boss or chief. Every single man that walked through the doors, hey boss, hey chief, every time. And I didn't mean it in a bad way, but I know as an 18-year-old saying it to a 50-year-old, they fucking hated it. So it was like I understand it. It's funny because you can see the rage in these people's faces.
So you don't like Chief as much? Like, obviously you hate Bud more, Jack, but Chief is up there.
If somebody called me Chief, I'd probably have to say something immediately. It would be an immediate confrontation.
Jesus.
Bartender gives you a drink. Here you go, Chief.
Yeah, I'm climbing over that bar top.
Oh,
Wait.
God, dude, that is so
Bro, don't
funny.
fucking call me Chief.
You're not his chief. I get it. You're not.
I'm not. I am not your chief, sir. I am not responsible for your clan or
Yeah,
your
you're
tribe.
not his chief or his bud.
No, I'm not. No, I'm neither of them.
And
You're
you're gonna
handing
tell
me a
him-
drink.
You're gonna tell
I
him to
don't
kick
fucking
rocks.
know you. Don't fucking don't respond to me. Yeah, kick rocks, chief.
You're right.
Kick
I'm
rocks.
probably telling you to
Dude,
kick fucking rocks.
if someone told Jack to kick rocks, chief, he would probably blow a fucking gasket.
That'd be it, dude. He'd have a heart
Maybe
My
attack.
Yeah.
head would do a 360. It would just start spinning.
You would lose feeling in your left arm.
Oh, that's great.
You would go down. That would be it.
Oh,
All right, Jack. 4. How do you top Chief? I really don't know.
All right, pick 4. This one's near and dear to my heart. And I got called it not too long ago. And ever since then, I've been using it. This is my phrase: radio face. Like telling somebody they have a radio face is fucking hilarious. Like, oh,
That
bud,
is
you
a
got
great-
a face for the radio and the shit
That
like
is a-
that.
That's a
Hilarious.
great one.
I did not understand it until you just used it in a sentence. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? But
Yeah,
that
you got
is
a real
funny.
face for the radio, bud.
Yeah,
Throw the bud
that's
at the
good.
end.
Hey, Chief.
It's a wrap.
See, that's when it's condescending as fuck. When you say something mean initially and then you just add a bud, it's like add a biatch. Click your guns, you know? Like fucking
Exactly.
that's what it is. Damn, that's good. That's a funny one. I like that a lot.
Radio face is a great pick, Jack.
Yeah. I don't know
All
how
right,
well
Mike.
it's gonna play, but that one is that's fucking funny.
I don't think we can put radio face. I think we put face for radio. That's the
Yeah,
that's the phrase.
Yeah,
A
that might
radio
be.
face. Have you guys ever seen that Tosh.0 clip where he's got like that board of people in front of him and he's saying phrases that aren't like racially or like
Yeah.
any sort of way motivated?
Yeah.
And he's like,
No.
he tells them to raise their hand if they feel like it's targeting
Offended?
them.
Yeah.
That's what
Radio
radio
face was
face
one of
reminds
them?
me of. No, it wasn't, but that's what that reminds me
Dude,
of. He
that
said
is-
like spoon face or something
Yeah.
like that.
And the
For
Asian was like, yeah, dude, that fucking first of all, that show is so good, and that clip is fucking hilarious. And it just goes to show how dumb everybody in the world is. That stupid shit like that is like, oh, is that derogatory? It's like, no, dude, chill the fuck out. Nobody cares about you that much. All right. I got 2 words that I want to go after, so I'm gonna let you guys make my decision on that one, or Bob. Hopefully he takes one of them. I doubt it. So I'm gonna go with my phrase, and I'm going to do. Tell me if this plays. You guys can veto this. shut the fuck up. STFU. Does that play or no? Because nothing better than telling someone to shut the fuck up.
We'll have to go to Toronto for this one.
It doesn't really. It's just not.
It's not an insult. It's more of a yeah. But kick rocks is kind of the same concept.
Kick rocks is kind of a shut the fuck up.
That's where my head's at, and I you know.
All right, we'll allow it then. You're right. Under that guidance, we will allow it. That's a good point. That's why we have this vetting process on the Fair Enough.
Because that's where my head was at. But then when he said kick rocks, I'm like, okay, that played. And I'm like, all right. Because
definitely
to
plays.
me, there's nothing better than just shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Dude is the word after shut the fuck up too.
Yeah.
Can't be like shut.
You
the
can't
fuck up,
say
pal.
fucking at the beginning of that one either.
No,
fucking
you just say,
shut the fuck.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking scumbag.
Yeah, that's what it is right there. That's what it is. You got to add something at the end.
Yeah, it's a suffix in this case. I agree.
Yeah.
Isn't that a prefix?
Yeah, it would be a prefix, but
No.
he's saying the fucking would be a suffix.
The fucking is a suffix this time.
Oh, yeah. Didn't mean to get all English class on you.
Yeah, I didn't mean all grammar on everybody.
Weiss published, buddy. Don't push my boundaries.
You
with
are
this
close.
English lit.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking scumbag.
I've been published 2 more times and I've been laid.
Jesus
there you go.
So you've been laid, what, 6 times? No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
because of his radio face.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Kick rocks, buddy.
Okay, me.
Mhm.
My last 2. Okay, for the first one, I am going to go with my word. And
Jack, stop
God,
that face.
I'm
that
having
face is too much. We need to put you on YouTube, bro. Stop it.
I'm gonna go one shout out to Rob Sr. This one's not gonna like win me any drafts, but he said this all the time when we were growing up. He still says it. And I'm gonna go with bonehead. You're being a fucking bonehead, dude. It's a bonehead move.
Bonehead. The versatility.
What the
versatility in it is great.
You're just a fucking bonehead, dude. This guy sucks.
The
Yeah,
versatility in bonehead is nice because you can say that's a bonehead move or you're a bonehead.
Bonehead, I think the reason that I heard it so much was because it's used in sports a lot. That's a bonehead play.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
you hear
bonehead
that
play.
a lot, and Dad would say that a lot. And he would say that in the car talking to somebody else in traffic. This guy's a fucking bonehead, or
Love
that's
that.
a
I love
bonehead play.
Yeah. I fucking love your dad, dude. He's so
Dude, and
fun.
that's
Shout out
one of
to
those
Rob
insults you can enjoy. You know, if you get called a bonehead, you can laugh about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it plays all over the map.
Yep.
Not necessarily one where you're like, "Damn, that one really hurt." Not like my loser take. More of, let's have fun here. You're a bonehead.
Mm-hmm. You're a bonehead. All right. Well,
And then-
finish her off, bud.
Wrap it around.
My last phrase is, oh God, I have some good ones, but I think I'm gonna go with this one from Longest Yard, and it is, "You're about as maniacal as a box full of kittens." It's when the old dude is, and it's funny that you guys talked about the stabbing, and you got to get my rep up. That's the
Yeah.
part it is when they're looking
Yeah.
up everybody to see who they want on their team for like the worst of the worst guys, and they look up Chris Rock's character, and he has half a star, and that's
Yep.
when the old guy goes, "You're about as maniacal as a box full of kittens." I just think it's a great phrase. Obviously, not one that's used ever, but I just like that one from that movie, and it'll play on the graphic.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Chris Tucker fucking
You have Chris Rock on there.
or Chris
exactly.
Rock. I mean, another one out for what was the one? Oh, for your asshole, I'm gonna put Dennis Leary as the graphic.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get funny faces for all of these. I might even get racist with it and put like a fucking Native American for chief.
There you go. I mean, they
Um,
were chiefs. That's the
No, I
chief-
know that's
chief
like the
episode.
literal term. I know that's
Yeah,
it's a literal.
Or just put a
chief.
picture of Andy Reid on there.
Yeah.
Just Chief.
Oh fuck.
He is the Chiefs.
Okay, man. Jack, I really hope you take this word so somebody takes it. I just feel like it's so good, and also because I was alive for the beginning of it. But I'm gonna go with the word dork
Yep, it was on my board. Great pick.
because there's two. I have me and my sister Shanna. Shout out, you met Shanna finally.
Yep.
We came up to a conclusion. So we love nerds because nerds are like cool, smart kids. Like Jack is a nerd, and we love him
Right.
for that. But also, yeah. Um, then there's then, then there's like I consider them geeks, who those are like the uncool nerds, but they know it. They know all the way the fuck out of it. They're like, yeah, we're just geeky. Like we like all that shit. We
We
don't give a
get it.
fuck.
We're not
Yeah,
hiding from it.
exactly. Dorks are just fucking kids they don't have either one of them going for them, and they're trying to pick a side and they don't know how to, and you're just a fucking dork. You know what I
You're right.
mean?
Yep.
So it's like, and calling someone a dork, it's like, it's just fucking funny, and it's good.
You could walk into any crowded bar and pick out the dork within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Like,
Yeah.
you know a dork when you see one. You really
Yeah,
do. Like, this guy's
exactly.
just a dork. This guy's
Yeah.
a fucking dork.
Yeah, fucking dork, exactly.
And it
Oh.
definitely hurts to be called a dork, because that's another one that I think, maybe don't think about it as much as loser, but you're
Yeah.
pondering dork. Why am I
Yeah.
a dork?
Yeah,
I
What did
feel
I
like
do?
dork can go a lot of ways though. Like, I feel like everybody's girlfriend calls them a dork.
But that's like, okay, fair, because that's
That's
like
cute.
cute. Like, oh,
There's
you're a
like a-
dork. Like,
There's a cute version of dork for sure.
My
yeah.
boyfriend is
You're
such a dork.
dork. Yep, bingo. See, Bob
But
does.
see, but I also this is to me, this is man to man. Like, I think this is a man to man insult draft. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For
Yep.
the most part, like all of the shit that we've said, like we didn't say like asshole. Like, come on, like that's a man. You don't call a chick an asshole ever. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
you don't call. You
If
don't
we
call.
had if we had a guest on and it was a girl, she would have a way different list than we would,
Yeah.
because things cut way different to them
Yeah.
than it does to us.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Chief and Bud, come on. Granted, when a girl calls you Chief or Bud, but like that's a whole different story. But like, you don't ever call a chick Chief or Bud. For
Imagine
the
chicks
most part.
going at it, calling each
Yeah.
other bud. Jesus Christ, this is gonna escalate here.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's
I like
finish
it.
her off here, Jack.
Hit
Let's
it,
get her
Jack.
get her done.
All right, I'm gonna go with a classic, an absolute classic here, and it is prick.
Yep, I
Calling
like
somebody a prick is just it's an easy one to take. It's an easy one to play. You're a fucking prick. There's another prefix for us. So,
Dude,
There's another
I
prefix.
had prick on mine. I like prick.
I'd prick too. Prick might be the one on this list outside of scumbag that I probably use the most. I use prick a
Really?
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I also use prick a
I've pricked
lot.
it up. I've pricked up the pace. You know what I'm saying?
I,
I'm using prick a lot now.
I feel like prick is pretty old school. Is it coming back? Is it like fucking baggy jeans? Is it coming back? I don't know. I don't use prick very often. I feel like my
I'm
parents
trying to
use
bring
prick
it
a lot.
back.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be. Yeah, I could see your dad uses prick a
dude,
lot. I
my
feel
mom
like.
uses prick a lot.
Yeah, I could see
My mom
that
uses
too.
prick a lot. Yeah, I mean, well, she's a sailor, so she uses them all.
She is a sailor.
All right, let's do a recap. I really want to get into some honorable mentions that I was too scared to say.
Let's hit it. Give us some, Jack.
What do you want to go over our teams real quick? Just kind of run through it real fast, or no?
Yep, I'll run through these real
Yeah,
quick,
go for
and
it.
then we'll go honorable mentions. All right. Bob, you're a piece of shit. 1, asshole, loser, bonehead. You're about as maniacal as a box full of kittens. Mike, that's what she said. Scumbag, cuck, shut the fuck up, dork. Jack, Bud, kick rocks, chief, face for radio, prick. All
Yeah,
great.
we got to put face for radio on it just because if you put radio face, people aren't going to understand it right away. Even though I think radio face is better than face for radio.
Playing off radio face, though, it made me think of The Office when Dwight crashes his car. then what's her face is like, or the one dude's like, what happened to the Moonface kid that crashed his car? Moonface, another one. Not like it is an insult, but you know exactly for some reason what people are talking about when they say like this guy's got a moon face.
Does that
Do you
mean
guys
like
know
he
what I'm
shouldn't be
saying?
seen in the sunlight?
No, literally, like your face looks like
Oh,
the
like a
surface of the
crater
moon.
face? Oh.
Not even like craters. Dwight just has like this fucking like blank face that just looks like the moon for some reason. You know who else has it? Is Frankie Borelli from Barstool.
Barstool.
Also have moon face.
Yep. Bro, that reminds me of the Justin Bieber roast. Or maybe it wasn't Justin Bieber, but Peyton Manning was there. And somebody said Peyton Manning looks like if football players evolved to not have to wear helmets anymore.
Yeah. That was Pete Davidson at the roast of Justin Bieber, I think. Or was that somebody's roast? But yeah, that was a great one.
That sounds accurate.
All right, here's one of my honorable mentions. I wanted to throw this in there. I was getting, for some reason, while I was doing my research, I got real into like ref disses. And one of these ones, this one is one of my favorites of all time. It's like, hey, Stripes, does your wife know you're fucking us? That's just a great one. That's all time.
That is a great one.
I absolutely
You
love
should
it.
have used that one. That's a great one. Any
I
ref
didn't know
one's
if
good.
that would have played with the whole ref thing, you know?
Oh,
'Cause
any
you can only
ref one
insult so
plays.
many. You can only insult so many refs in your days, but
You're right. The ref
Yeah.
one plays for sure.
You know, one that I think that I'm surprised it wasn't picked. It's just good, and the reason why I think there's a home for it in my heart is just douchebag.
Yep.
I was around when douchebag became a fucking thing. I feel like because
Yep.
I like when we were in high school, like right when I was in high school, like douche was a thing. Like out of nowhere, I feel like everyone was getting called douchebags, and there's definitely a place in my heart for douchebag.
yeah, douchebag is good. But I wonder why it became. Sorry, I live on a highway. I wonder why it became derogatory. Like, I know being a douchebag is not the greatest thing ever, but like, who
think it
thought one day let's call each other that?
Well,
Right.
that's also like, why do you call someone a pussy? Because what's worse than a pussy? The thing that cleans the pussy. You know what I mean? Like you're the slave. You're the slave to the pussy. So if you
I
are the
guess.
slave to the pussy, then you are way worse. You know what I mean? Like, so that's where my head's
You're a
at.
loser.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pussy was a good one.
Pussy was
that
another
nobody-
one. Yeah, pussy. I wasn't gonna. It's like I don't know. It just feels overused.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's like everybody calls each other a pussy, so it's just like
Yeah.
That one. I liked. I like a good dingus or a dingbat. A buffoon.
Buffoon's a good one.
Buffoon's a good one. A jabroni.
Cotton-headed ninny Megans. One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a smart fella or a fart smeller? I had that one on my list as well. Couldn't use it. Was too scared.
You should have played that one. You're a
Couple
pretty
of
smart
the
fella, Dad. You're a pretty fart fella, Meg.
couple of the
Anyways.
phrases that I had were "You're a sad, strange little man." Buzz says that to
Woody.
Woody in Toy
Yeah.
Story. "You're tacky and I hate you" from School of Rock.
That is a dude. That should have played. That's bad. You should've taken
That was the one
over
that
the-
I was going
Ah,
between
you
the
fucked up.
longest yard. I probably did fuck up. I feel like I did
Yeah,
fuck up.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Here's
that
some
it's
British
simple.
slang as well. The old
twat.
wanka. You fucking wanka.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
twat is the
Great
best
one.
one for
I
this.
also
Twat's
had
a great
twat on
one.
my
Twat.
list.
I feel like you say twat kind of often, Jack.
Me? No.
Yeah, don't no? All right, I don't know. What the fuck
I'll
I'm
call
talking
you a
about.
fucking twat if I feel like it, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's in my repertoire. That's not in my everyday vernacular.
I think a good one that I wanted to take, but I just couldn't because there's too many good ones. Was coward. I think if you call someone a coward, that's a deep one.
That's another one
Coward's
that's
a good one.
loser. That one hurts. You think about
Shout
Yeah,
it.
out to Evan
exactly.
Parks.
Mike, which
Evan
one were
Parks
you
loves
saying,
a good
though?
coward.
Oh yeah. Which one were you saying that you wanted me to take when you were taking 5?
I wanted you to take douchebag. I don't know why. I just felt like douchebag should be on your list. But prick was you picked a good one, so I can't
It's
be
the-
mad
yeah.
about it.
Prick should have been taken before that.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
What's one I liked? It's from Letterkenny. Wayne calls the hockey player. He says, "Your spare parts, bud." Like that
Ooh,
to
yeah, that's a
me,
good one.
like your spare parts is fucking phenomenal.
Yep. I wish I would have thought more about my fucking phrases.
I mean,
just
suck
think,
my
like,
dick, suck it, go fuck
suck my
yourself,
dick's a good
eat
one.
shit,
Yep.
kiss my ass.
Yep.
Does your mother sew?
Yep. Does
I
your
had a,
mother
I had a,
sew?
yeah, or like your mother or your mom goes like shit like that. I say your mother a lot, so I was gonna pick your mother, but I
Bro,
wanted Joe to shut the fuck up.
we really need to do like a Yo Mama jokes draft. That would be
Ooh.
fucking hilarious.
We can definitely do
Or
that.
we should just
Or
do
even just
an
like a jokes
episode,
draft.
or just a half hour of us telling your mama jokes and just call it a day.
Just a special.
That would be
Yeah.
a great
The
one.
roast of everybody's mom.
Yeah.
I liked I don't know if you guys have seen She's Out of My League, but they're bowling and this guy that's a serious bowler is in the lane next to him and he's trying to insult like the guys that are just casually bowling. He goes, "Yo, house ball." Which I think that's a fucking great insult.
Oh, dude, you missed the boat.
I
Bob.
would be
Fuck.
pissed. I would
Oh.
be livid.
It's just, well,
Damn.
it's that one's like a heart. You really like everybody's gonna know the longest yard quote. Like nobody's
Well,
gonna
yeah.
know the yo house ball. Like,
But that's
you
see,
know,
but I feel like that plays way harder in terms of like everyday life. Like you're just some normal everyday mother a house ball. Like that's fucking
Yeah.
funny, dude. I'm gonna
Oh,
start
dude.
using that, dude.
it's an all-time line.
That is
It's
a
an
good
all-time
one.
line.
Hell
Because it's
yeah.
so like it definitely cuts deep, and
Yeah.
somebody that's like good at bowling probably actually says that to real people.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably. Oh, that's fucking funny.
For some reason, that reminded me of something I've been saying recently. Whenever it's like mad crowded, like I said this to Kyle Brown this weekend. Shout out to Kyle Brown. We were at a party. Yeah, I went to the first house party I've been to in probably 3 years this weekend, and it was bananas. But we walk in and it was ass to dick everywhere. So I turned to Kyle Brown and I was like, dude, it feels like we're at a fucking free skate right now. This shit is packed.
That is a good one. Throw the free skate around for a crowded area. I like that a lot. I'm gonna start using that one. Okay, anything else? That's all I got.
I like Jackass. I always think of Wedding Crashers when he's like, you motorboating son of a bitch, you, and they just like, what is wrong with you? He's just like, he's like, dude, try getting jacked off in front of the table, in front of the whole family, then come to me about real problems, jackass.
Yeah, it is a hard cut through the movie Jackass that he gives him right there. You're right.
Yeah.
It is a good one.
Or Happy Gilmore, obviously.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, man, that's all I got. That was fun. That was better than I had anticipated. I was not expecting it to be. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like just pussy bitch fucker.
Yeah. No, we were
dickhead,
kind of.
you know what I mean? thought it was just
I
gonna be-
really. I don't think that I'm gonna win, but I really don't know who's gonna win between you guys. But also, my top three are really strong.
No, yeah, for sure.
between-
I just think the last one is just too it's too
It's too
long.
much.
I think
Too
people are gonna
long.
be like, what?
Yeah,
But I do think it's funny, and I mean, if you know the reference, that helps. Obviously, of course.
that's what I'm hoping. That's what I got to
Yeah.
bank on here, and my top
'Cause-
three picks carrying me.
Yeah. I still just
Okay.
think the Bud and Chief, which are like the exact same thing.
Unbelievably good though.
It's funny the
So-
rage he's getting. That's the best part about it. How actually upset he gets when he's talking about it. Let alone
That's how
getting
some
called
people
it.
are, though, dude.
Wow.
Shout out to James. James would way rather be called a scumbag, a cuck, a fucking asshole to his face than be called Bud. If you called him Bud, he will flip a switch, just like Jack.
What
That's
a
just how some
psycho! You
people
guys
are.
are crazy, dude.
I think
It's
they
not
just.
that big of a deal.
I think they have PTSD from some time when like a bully must have called them Bud.
No. It's a principle thing. Let's not cross any
Oh,
lines
yeah,
that we
it's
don't
the
need
ego.
to fucking cross. Yeah, it is it's absolutely an ego thing for sure.
Yeah, but the thing about it, no. See, the thing about it though is that it's universally becoming more of like a thing. Like for one, I mean, Buddy and Bud and like you get like all these guys who are like doing like the fake Canadian accent and like then you got like Letterkenny and fucking Trailer Park Boys and all that shit that kind of like really, I don't know. I feel like Bud isn't as insulting as it once was. If you get a guy that's like 50 or older that calls you Bud, or you got a guy that's like 18 and younger call you bud. That's when it's annoying. But I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
in the
you're right.
normal demo, it's not as like cutthroat anymore. But that's just me. God
All right.
damn it. Yeah. All right.
That is
Love
a
it.
wrap. Episode 63. Thank you, everybody that's going and subscribing to the YouTube. We love each and every one of you. If you're listening and you're not subscribed, go hit us up. If you're
Yeah, figure
listening
out.
and you're not following us on TikTok too, let me plug the TikTok for you real quick. At least the one that I've been posting on. It is Fair Enough at Fair Enough Pod 1. Keeping up with clips there. So, and I'm even tossing out old clips. Like I just put our NFL jersey draft up a couple days ago. So I'm kind of recycling some things that maybe people forgot about, you guys forgot about, and also posting new stuff there too. So go give at Fair Enough Pod 1 a follow. If we get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, we can go live, maybe do some weird shit. So
Oh, are those the rules?
keep that in mind
you,
too.
You need 1,000 followers to go live.
Need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. Yep. So go give us a follow there. And next week will kind of be miscellaneous, probably a fun one. And then the week after that, we'll be getting into some NFL draft talk, which this is going to be a fascinating draft this year. There are a lot of moving pieces, so I'm sure we'll have a lot. I'm sure we'll have a lot to get into with both the Lions and the Bears too, which is cool. They're both kind of movers and shakers this year, which is fun. So we will see. Thank you, everybody. We love you guys. Episode 63 is a wrap. We will see you next week. Peace.
Woo!